Now we're starting, huh?
Yes, we are live, fellas. Colby, Darius, it's amazing to meet you, fellas.
Likewise, Eric. Likewise.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you right now, Darius?
I'm in Ubud in Bali.
Ah, nice, amazing, amazing. I love it. How's Bali?
There we go. Yeah, it's
Here we go,
scary as
Kobe.
always. Yo, Kobe.
Kobe, you're live. We haven't seen you since, or I haven't heard anything from you. I haven't seen you since the day we hugged the last time.
I know. Oh my gosh, this is too cool.
This is cool.
What's up, Thaddeus?
All
Ziggy
good, man. All
Todd?
good.
Who's this other Viking we have here? Have I met you?
Colby,
No,
my name's Eric. It's a pleasure to meet you, brother.
Eric, nice to meet you, sir. I like your painting behind you.
Thank you, brother. Where are you, bro?
I'm in Iowa, U.S.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm in Canada.
Canada. Okay. Yeah, we're on the same continent.
Yeah.
Where in Canada?
I'm in Edmonton, Alberta.
Alberta. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
And then Siggitas, are you home?
Always, kind of. At the moment in Portugal.
Portugal. Okay. Where's our man Darius at?
I'm in Bali, man.
Bali.
How you been?
Back, I guess.
I was cutting out just a little bit, but no, to give everybody an update, I'm super excited. This is a Siggitas thing. Did you set this up?
So me and Eric started this a month ago, a month ago, just chatting every day, and then inviting people to chat and just like throwing like what I think we do here, which is very interesting. It's a new term for me, but building in public. So we all talk deals, whatever we want to talk, we share, we express needs, everything needs, like supporting each other and sharing, having a cool time. So
no, I think it's a great idea. The support for the personal aspect of life, but then the hive mind.
Right.
Almost centralized,
exactly.
Customized hive mind.
And that's what it's all about, actually, is about being the hive mind. So this is actually the fundamental of, like, as you know, the mastermind, right? Like when we can start to listen and observe and pay attention to what everybody is up to. And then as a result, kind of know what we need to do. And this is like the organism. This is the self-management theory. And this is the fundamental component that really empowered and inspired us to really come together to say, hey, we all know what we're here to do. Let's just like really create that open space so everybody is getting more curious, because fundamentally, if we all are driven by the principles that guide us will be the ones that define us. And it's amazing to be able to come together like this and then say, hey, this is where I'm from, this is what I'm up to, this is what I'm curious about, and then just listen to one another's perspectives, and challenge, have an opportunity to create, and really support each other in kind of which way we're moving forward. And that's what I'm most excited about.
No, I love it, man. I mean, the people that put the work in, what they say, we actually have real interest. At least I know, I'm sure you do, Eric, just as well as Siggitas and Thaddeus and I mean, having a true interest in incorporating these things in life to be able to get people together with these like interests that maybe we're ahead of the curve in a sense. It's genius. Right. Yeah, I love it.
Right.
And all in all, you by yourself, you can do stuff, you can achieve stuff, but you need not community, but you need brotherhood.
100,
to trust each other and to have each other's back, and to share deals, to talk about money, to talk about how we can prosper, and
I love the international
help each other in all avenues.
For sure. And Darius, we'll catch up. We'll catch up after this here the next day or two. But I did get your message. I am good, and I'm excited to catch up with you. So, but I'll be an observer today and chime in if I got something to say. Hopefully I'll be able to park here in a minute. So I'll kind of listen to you guys.
Yeah, be careful driving. Make sure you're driving safely. We don't want you. Yeah. Don't feel like you need to look. Yeah.
The legs driving.
I'm good. I'll be pulled over here in 20 minutes, 10 minutes.
Do you guys want to?
And I guess it's one of our principles here, to not take it too serious, but be serious about it, but still remain playful and weird in some way. I think weird is a very interesting one. Not to push the crazy side of ourselves, because that's a lot of magic is there, a lot of inspiration there. Yeah, so the intention, as I mentioned, me and Eric, we went to Bitcoin conference in Atlantis, and since then we start calling, and it feels like we found that missing puzzle piece. What was, for example, missing after Dr. Joe Dispenza event. Eric, he did a lot of Tony Robbins work, so we pulling that community as well on Mondays, Tuesdays. Tony Robbins people coming in. On Wednesdays, it feels like we bridging this communities and sharing out what we just found in literally in Atlantis, which is another cool tribe that is just builders, is just creating stuff and want to go together. And now we have a vehicle that we can all share in, and we all individually and separately can bond on the same mission, and it's which is like very fundamentally what it boils down is like sovereignty, integrity, trust, as Darius said, collaboration, and start, like, for me, what I feel is it's not about me anymore. So sharing everything I can, my knowledge, my wealth, it's just like I can put it on the table, like that's my intention to play and to collaborate on bringing something beautiful to the world, but including why I'm pulling in Dr. Joe community, because I was studying Bitcoin for 3 years and I see it's the same patterns, the same principles. It's flowing together, and it's in the end it's energy. And I don't know how much Colby you know about Bitcoin, but it's more like a discovery, and so we can start recognizing Bitcoin in nature. It's nothing new. We have all that in ourselves, which is, for example, what we're doing now is like, it's very known term, peer-to-peer. This is exactly what we're doing now. We peer-to-peer exchanging information, which is energy. And it doesn't have to be Bitcoin. It doesn't have to be Satoshis, but value for value, bringing principles to collaborate and support each other, literally. Like whole space. Yep. Yesterday, for example, in Tony Robbins, I became emotional. I started crying. So everybody started holding space for me, and it became just beautiful. So we never know what's gonna come out of that, or I don't think we have any, like, at least I don't have any expectations, or more than just play and stay weird. I think.
Yeah, I remember Sigitas gave me the definition. The only thing I know about Bitcoin, in a sense, is when you started studying it. I remember you telling me down in Tulum, we might have been drinking cacao, but you had to study it. It was like the big guy on the street, and everybody else kind of followed along, and he can either be dangerous or he can help you, and you have to just study him because he is like a living organism or something, kind of like you just said. But that's what I remember.
Yeah. Oh, nice. So the way I see it's the entity that's been activated, and it's moving, and I see it as let's say the man is walking, and it's the man in integrity, the man or the woman, doesn't matter, the integrity, direction, and it's unstoppable. That's one of the main principles of Bitcoin, is just like unstoppable, and it doesn't, nobody owns it, and everybody owns it at the same time. And we like, the man is just gonna continue going. You know, when we gonna decide to join, it's up to us. It's like, there is this another saying in Bitcoin: everybody has its own price. And I feel that why we activating this conversation, because it's actually responsible roles. We've been, with that knowledge, with Bitcoin, it became, and like, for me, a noble mission. Like, I literally I'm not interested in any other crypto. Like, I left all the things, and I'm not saying that everybody should do, but I feel that's my calling, you know, like full on focus. And now I'm focusing on what I'm kind of coming to terms. It would be cultural development. So like working with what is not about money, but like with artists, with creators, with all kind of different communities, like Burning Man community. I want to bring in here tomorrow. We have a Burning Man gathering, or people from Burning Man, because also I see parallels. There is no separation. It's just like those three communities, for me, they like one.
Yeah.
And Colby, is I studied Dr. Joe Dispenza before coming to Dr. Joe Dispenza event in the first place. And I read books and I watched all the videos, and I thought like, yeah, I got it. But the experience in the event is nothing even close what I thought what I'm stepping into. Is the same with Bitcoin. Is my mind literally was blown away meeting Bitcoiners. The humbleness, the like Eric is like to use the word curiosity, is just on another level. It's like you meeting and hugging and like, hey, how can we play together? And now we can, play on financial levels, which is Bitcoin, which is makes it very, very simple and clear and transparent, and it's just like activation of fun.
Yeah. No, I'm excited to not only learn about Bitcoin, but like you said, to engage and really see what it's about. And obviously the world is changing. The world changes fast. And I like the idea of how it can help humanity, because I know from my inner work and all of this time and effort I put into, getting a disassociated view, in a sense, of everything, mind hack. I've realized that I truly want to help people in my life, and I'm getting to the point where I know I'm on track to become whole, in a sense, and then I really get to figure out where can I help people and how do I want to do it. And with understanding what you're saying right now, it sounds like this could potentially be something I could immerse myself in, and really start understanding it, so I can help others with this overall concept you're talking about.
It's like a very soft pillow for the crashing world. We are literally gonna onboard it's not, I'm not
Everything.
Underestimating. Exactly. I'm not, like, the way I see, I'm not underestimating, and that we are gonna, what we're doing, we building here ways how to onboard the rest of humanity, like literally education, all these.
And I've been subjected to some conversation with crypto. There's a theory that we can get into later if you want, which is the XRP theory in the United States, with going to a gold-backed treasury note, basically changing our entire currency base to gold-back, and how XRP, a theory is XRP potentially would back that. They don't know which one would, but the idea is to keep from these cryptocurrencies being used for ill intentions, where it can be tracked and traced, so everybody's held accountable, in a sense. And I think Bitcoin, that's just a theory. We can talk about that later, but that's just my only experience with some of that talk. But
So I would just, because in 1971 Nixon took away the gold backing from the US dollar. And here's the thing is in 1971, when that was taken away, they created basically a printing system. So I don't know if the gold backing is, although a lot of the gold bugs love that perspective, Bitcoin actually allows that space to be even more, it's like digital gold because of the ledgers and because of the ability to communicate effectively, the ability to see. So, for example, the Federal Reserve, it's neither federal nor is it a reserve, and it hasn't been audited ever. So Bitcoin gets audited every 10 minutes. Okay, so this is something that is very fundamental. And when it comes to these other alternative coins, right? It's what they're trying to do. Their best is duplicate the system based off of what Bitcoin has already mastered with the scarcity. So when you look at these other XRPs, Ethereums, they're all owned by a group of people versus Bitcoin, which is not owned by anybody. And that's what makes it so profound, is the Bitcoin only product and the Bitcoin only system is what fundamentally allows us to curate something that is scarce in its nature, but it also has what it's called the Bitcoin trilemma. So it's scalable, it's decentralized, and it's secure. And this trilemma is a fundamental responsibility that allows us, especially when you go into Austrian economics, identifying and understanding versus established economics that's been correlated and passed on from generation to generation in a manipulated fashion to benefit the existing monetary system. And that's why, for such a long period of time, we've been inflating the money, because the choice has been to just become printers of money. And so this has been an offset of how do you say, when people don't have jobs, I'm forgetting the word right now, but basically
social security.
Yeah, so unemployment. So basically to keep people working, right? To keep people working. So what they needed to do is to increase the supply, to continuously pump into the economy so people would be regularly adding, getting jobs, but the money, it starts to deflate. So instead of people looking at a low time preference of recognizing their future and getting curious about the necessity to get them into a more responsible role for the future, people are focused on immediate gratification. And so it's better to spend the money that I have in the bank account, because the money in the bank account is not going to be worth anything in the future. And so this is the offset, and this is the manipulation that has been happening that people are completely unaware of. And this is the most beautiful part, is that now there's an opportunity to actually help people see that in the low time preference of focusing on delayed gratification, that you can build something substantial and true to our nature and in benefit for our future generations to tap in, so that they can be sovereign in their responsibility and that they can really inherently function from that role of knowing, because they're building something for their greatness of who they are today.
Yeah. No, well said. There were a lot of key terms in there that I haven't really heard. And again, I'm going to be learning every time I'm listening and engaging in these conversations. But everything constantly changes, and there's no question we're going to a decentralized type crypto monetary system, due to it's going to allow everybody in the world to connect rather than just certain nations. So it's going to connect. It's going to be a conduit for lighten the whole world up, like Elon Musk and his Starlink satellites over a 6-year period of time. The whole world's glowing with them now. If you're in outer space, it's
like what you say, like what I hear is the protocols, what we are like, it's gonna overlast us, and the
for sure,
the protocol is the one that it's kind of, if it's bad or wrong protocol, you cannot stop it. It just dies. If it's not beneficial, if it's not growing, then it's just going the other direction in the protocol.
It'll die
And
or
that's how-
self-destruct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Colby,
Okay.
what are you working on in the
And I
world?
apologize, guys. I set an appointment. I got a million appointments today, and I will definitely be sitting and with my fucking notepad or whatever and be fully engaged next time.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, and
What are you working on, bro? I'm curious, Colby. What are you working on right now? Like, what are you doing in the world? What's
Okay,
new
so
in
I've
the
got a
world?
company it's a general contracting company. I'm out in rural Iowa. That's
Nice.
I-80. And that takes you to Colorado, California. That takes you to the East Coast. The glaciers stop to the north, so everything's flat. And then we get to the south of the interstate here, and everything gets real hilly. You can't really see that, but that's just a little geological fact. But I'm running a residential general contracting company where it's just me, and I've got at least 15 different subcontractors. Some of the crews are 20 guys, some of the crews are 2 guys. 95% of these crews are Hispanic, Mexican, or Central American. A lot of people are coming up from, I've seen a couple guys from Cuba, and with all this immigration going on, I'm seeing some new faces. But no, I've been doing this for about 8 or 9 years. And here's the kicker, which I'm excited about with getting into learning about this and engaging with you guys, is I just spent the time and got a real estate license. I'm going to be focusing on commercial real estate. And my buddy that got me into it's been trying to get me into it for 8 years. And my personality is I just want to help people, which took me 40 years to understand. Therefore, the nature of commercial real estate, you deal with high net worth individuals, and you're basically buying and selling investment properties. So when there's 100, 200 millions involved, but even commissions can get up to $500,000. The evil in people come out when there's a lot of money at hand. In a sense, you really see people greed and all that stuff. And where I'm going with this industry is the opposite of my personality, because I just want to fucking help people. And I've allowed myself, in a sense, to be taken advantage of a lot in my life because of that. Now that I'm trying to become a man or growing up and seeing things in a more realistic way, it took me 8 years to understand that. Now I'm getting into this with my buddy, and I can kind of swim with the sharks without getting eaten. But where I was going with all of that is I'm going to be working with high net worth individuals and moving millions of dollars around in real estate to make them money. So if there are other avenues, i.e. Bitcoin or whatever, I'll be able to get other potential investors involved, or at least expose people. If that's part of what we're doing, I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like you feel into, like that's the thing with the Bitcoin, like there is this saying, who orange pilled you, but fundamentally we orange pill ourselves, we need to do the homework to get it, like it's like don't lean on trust, verify is one of the principles.
And if we're approaching it in just not a monetary way, which most people think it's just money in, money out, if it's more of a deeper conscious and an evolution, it can actually help people wake up and get out of the matrix, in a sense.
Yeah, like Eric is saying, it's the divine economy that's been spoken about it. The Napoleon Hill, right, was talking about Ford. Like it's nothing new. It's like the thing is like that is backed by energy.
Right.
Oh yeah. And it's funny, the biggest thing on my mind recently is Nikola Tesla. I'm actually going to use his image on my branding, but everything is energy, frequency, vibration, man. I mean, even more and more, especially with the awakening going on.
I want to say hi to Faris.
Faris just came in, but he doesn't have his screen on. I hope he's here. Faris, it's good to hear or see you. Your picture, anyways. I know we haven't seen each other since I was in Dubai. But Darius, there we are. There we go.
Sorry, I didn't realize that I wasn't on. Hi guys.
How are you?
I'm great, man.
Hi,
How are you?
hi.
Good, brother. What are you up to now? Where are you? Share with us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Well, it was a coincidence, really, but nothing is coincidence. Everything is planned for, right? One way or the other. So I was meant to join another Zoom call now with the Conscious family. It was part of the Platt family, and then I didn't find the group, and I saw your message on the Platt family. I was like, all right, let's see what these guys are up to.
Well, welcome.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So,
Somehow today I felt that somebody will join by this kind of synchronicity. Like I felt something is gonna happen. I felt from the people I know, but it's
Yeah.
the Eric's brother.
Look,
Yeah, welcome.
it's funny. This is amazing. Well, how things been unfolded. But anyway, to ask me what I'm up to, I'm actually I've partnered with a gypsy billionaire. I don't know if you've seen it recently on my social media. So Alfie Best is now my business partner, and we're setting up Best Wealth Network. We're launching on the 1st of June in the UK, and we're going to take it globally. So he just relocated to Monaco. So our first event will be in London on the 1st of June.
Nice.
Then the one after it will be Monaco likely, and at the end of the year we'll go back to Dubai. So we're connecting high net worth individual. Our main strategy is property, but we're open for other investments. So crypto will be touched on, other investments, stocks and shares. That will be all discussed, and eventually we'll build in an investors club, something similar to what Tony does, really, with the platinum finance trips and things like that. So that's the ultimate vision. So would love to invite. I don't know where you guys are, Eric. I don't know. I can't keep up with you. I don't know where you are now.
I'm back in Canada now. I'm in Canada now.
Well, there we go.
It's good to see you. What do you need, bro? Like, what do you need from the community? I'm super curious because I know that you're always doing integrity focused projects that are benefiting, lots of individuals. I'm curious what your needs are right now.
Well, I'm a connector at the moment. It's just I believe in this energy thing, and I'm reaching out, widening my circuit, whether it's the platinum partners, whether outside of the platinums, and let's collaborate and see if we've got synergy with things, and see how we can help each other, really.
That's what it's all about, bro. All about helping each other. Love it, man. It's good to see and hear from you. Darius, I want to hear a little bit about you too as well, bro. Like what you're up to in Ubud. I know you're in Bali right now. I know you're crushing it down there. Tell us a little bit about the magic that you're creating down there, because I have a good friend, Gil Petersil, who lives down there. And, we actually were talking the other day, him and I, and he lives in Ubud as well.
Okay, nice. Well, I came here because my wife is here. Well, she was here. And we need to spend some time together because in the past we had friction and all that. We were not together for past year. So we are gonna give it a last shot, let's say. So that's from personal side. On the business side, well, currently I'm advising one crypto project. The guys are building DEX on Solana network, which will be DEX with a lot of interesting tools that will allow, let's say, professional traders to trade with automated bots, implement their strategies, and for retail to copy their strategies. And there's a lot involved. There's like money to be made from data. There will be an educational part on it as well, but that's further down the line. The predictive AI technology, which we have two guys. One is a PhD in computer science, and he's been working with AI for, I think, past 8 or 10 years. So that's looking good. We are planning to launch token somewhere around July, and yeah, so that's probably kind of main thing right now that I'm focused on. On the other hand, managing my bags, obviously, and just met actually a few interesting guys who are founders of one very interesting project that is related to crypto, but it's mostly related to sports, and at the moment to football. It's basically an app that allows football fans to play, not to bet, but to play. It's kind of quiz-based thing where you can win cash prizes if you answer questions correctly about about football player, about the team, about industry, whatever it is. So, and there's a lot of gamification involved in it, where, let's say, for example, like in do you want to become a millionaire? You know, that TV show where you can call your friend and get the help and blah blah blah. So fans will be able to purchase in-app tokens that will allow them to see, let's say, how many people answered this or that. So it will show percentage. So he can move on further and win cash prizes. And well, there's a lot involved. I'm happy to share the info with you guys, and why that interested me, because it has affiliate structure. That's one thing, where you can earn with referrals. So let's say you are a football fan, and obviously you are surrounded with like-minded people. So you can participate in tournaments together, and who knows better, you can participate in tournaments with even, let's say, a player, and if you beat that player for 100 times, you get some perks or whatever. The football clubs can monetize their fan base in that avenue, which has not been done yet. The players or celebrities. Well, celebrities will come on the next phase, but currently now we can talk about players. Player can let's say launch the in-app game with his own branding or whatever, and monetize that from his fans. So let's say, imagine, I don't know, Messi is launching a game where his fans are fighting in quizzes. Who knows better about Messi? And every time they purchase something on app, this is some sort of percentage goes to Messi by not doing anything. So, and then on top of that, if you signed up Messi, you getting percentage from that as well. I mean, it's not big percentages, but imagine only football fans. There's like 2 billion football fans for major clubs. So yeah, I'm still kind of studying fully that concept, but it's super interesting. I see huge potential in it, and most probably I will be trying to run some sort of like webinars and talking about it. and getting people in to spread the affiliates structure.
Nice. So amazing, bro. I love it. So many new people are joining regularly, dude. And thanks for sharing about this project. I think that there's a real unique expression of what's happening. And I noticed there's a common thread here, which is always happening where a lot of things are happening off the back end. Hey, Sagitas, off the back end of the Bitcoin network. Like crypto has really built itself to become off the back end of like the great phenomenon of Bitcoin delivery. And the interesting thing is, for me, like what I've learned, especially the more I go deeper in it, is that crypto is really everything else except Bitcoin. You know, that's been kind of like what my nature has become, or what I've understood, because it's been such a unique kind of endeavor. And I mean, whenever there's something that's really principle based and really focused, from my observation, I'm always seeing how people are using those that integrity and then creating something different that is necessarily sometimes may not be in the full benefit of everybody. And so this is why, like, I get super curious about these different projects, because some of them are actually really sound and very, very interesting and very creative, and they could be integrated in a really strong way with a Bitcoin backing instead of creating a new token, you know. And I think that there's a lot more integrity from that, from my perspective. What do you guys think?
Well, if I can add, I think
Please.
Bitcoin is not without reason. It's called a store of value, so it will stay here for years and years and years, right? So, however, the Bitcoin opened the floodgates for the crypto ecosystem, which is flourishing, which is you can't even catch up with it if you sit there full time all day and researching. If you want to research all blockchains and tokens and NFTs and all that and yada yada, you need a team of people to do that. So like me, since I discovered crypto in 2016, it's been a rocky road. I've lost a lot of money. I've made a lot of money. I've built my own project. It went to up to 100 million market cap. Then bear market hit. So this is my third cycle now. Yep. So and when I discovered crypto, I mean, obviously first one was Bitcoin. And I told my wife in 2016, we should buy Bitcoin. And she said, she said, like, so how much is it? It was $960. And she said, no, it's too expensive. So yeah, then I decided, okay, well, if it's too expensive, okay, I'll see what else is out there. Then I discovered Ethereum, so I bought Ethereum at $35, and then the ICO boom. You know, I was watching my portfolio growing with every day, and I was like, oh wow, shit, this is something that I need to spend more time on. So yeah, I gave deep dive for probably around 5 months, 4 or 5 months. I slept like probably 2 hours a day, and I was just absorbing all information. And like nowadays there's so much quality information. You can learn, like, you know, it's listed everything, with the list, with the sources, with everything. When I was doing that, I mean, there was so much rubbish online, and it took a lot of time to filter out all the rubbish and get the quality stuff. So yeah, I mean, once you get and understand the concept of Bitcoin, you automatically, I don't believe in Bitcoin maximalism. I believe in Bitcoin, but I don't believe in maximalism. Why? Because you can make a lot more profits and then put it in Bitcoin. But to make a lot more profits, because all the altcoins are moving way more, and you just need to understand the ecosystems, learn about it, and follow it. But just to stay in Bitcoin, it's almost like, if you have a lot of money, you put in gold, and it's safe bet. So here, if you want to make a lot of money, you need to study Bitcoin, not only Bitcoin, but all the ecosystem, like all major blockchains. What are they, doing? How many other projects are building on them? And make certain steps, certain investments into those. If you're lucky, you will get into private sales, let's say, which makes the most money. That your $100 or $1,000 can go up to 500K or $1 million. I remember my first ICO in 2017. I put $600, and it went up to $40,000. From 600 to 40,000. I was in shock. I mean, that was like, wow. And of course, all that profit you can put in Bitcoin then, but from Bitcoin, let's say.
I'm curious if that's, because I think like what you're saying is it makes a lot of sense, and what is like, is that actually what you love doing? Because for me, for example, trading and trying to figure it out, 30,000 crypto projects, it's for me, it's just a noise. It's not my thing at all. Like I done that for more than 15 years now. Like I've been investing in stocks and everything, but I never chose to do that from love. And I think fundamentally, the way I think, like we are all gonna fall, like all the crypto is gonna fall in at some point in Web3, and all of that will come into Bitcoin space. And what I see, there is a role for people who loves trading, like Didi from there is this Bitcoin family. So his passion is trading, and I think those people should fucking trade and do exactly what you were saying. Trade and buy Bitcoin, and like this is kind of mining fiat. Fuck yeah, I think so. But for me, what, for example, Bitcoin brought clarity and soundness in my life. I know I don't need to learn about a lot of crypto, and I invested a lot of time learning about many crypto projects, and then they all went down. Not all, some may be made, but it's kind of like and I never done that from love. When you do it from love, I guess it goes correct way. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think majority of people are doing it from a hustle, not from love. And
right, so that's the same thing that. Go ahead. Sorry, my apologies. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah. At the same time, vast majority of people, they have $1,000 in their account. Let's say, for example, right? So, yes, you can put it in Bitcoin. Yes, it will double or triple, but that's going to be $3,000. But if you, let's say, put some effort, do a good research, and you spread out that $1,000 in 10 different projects, so 100 in each, and those projects go 100x, or at least 2 projects out of 10 goes 100x. I mean, the difference is pretty clear.
So I think that there's a different. I think there's a different.
And I want to point out the difference between a lot of crypto projects. It's like not many of them actually creating any value, rather draining the market. Few people become rich, and that's perfect. But there is a cost. Many people lose the money. So that's out of integrity. That's out of like actually genuinely caring for humanity. It's like, exactly. And I'm not saying you're doing that, but like, for me, it's like, it was like, when I start realizing this, it's like, no, I just don't want to rip other people, like, it doesn't matter if intentions are great, like the road to hell is paved by good intentions. I like the saying. And the intentions is beautiful. The project sounds amazing, but the thing is, they are built on fiat system and they're gonna collapse. Like, that's the fucking point.
Right.
So
And that's why
it's so stuff is just. Sorry, Eric.
That's why it's all good. That's why it's so important for us to like really like the Bitcoin standard and understanding the philosophy of money and what it actually is. It becomes another essence. So it's not just about making the dollar, but what are we doing to create a lower time preference and building something now for our future generations. And I think that the thing is that we're so focused and we've been so conditioned on immediate gratification to needing the money right now that we actually don't realize that, hold on, even though these systems or these fiats or these projects have been on making something that may be 100x, that value proposition, right, of what that dollar is actually worth is not going to be worth anything anyways in the future. So really, if that has come down 96% over the last 100 years, the value of that dollar, right? If it's down, then is that really something that's going to benefit our future generations? And I think that that's where I get really curious about is, what does that mean in terms of how we're trying to build our future for the next generation, for our children? And that's where I get really curious about the Bitcoin standard. Actually, I don't know, maybe Darius, maybe you've read that book by Saifuddin Amadeus, the Bitcoin standard.
Saifuddin Ammous.
Yes.
Yes, of course, I have, yes.
Such a great book.
It is indeed. I always recommend everybody who is new to crypto to read or listen to that book, because it has definitely awesome insights, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying is about all those like projects. You still, whenever you invest in anything, if you want to lower your risk, once you made your initial investment back, take it out and put it in Bitcoin, and then let the profits run, so that you're safe. Because in any investing, there should be a strategy of profit taking, of lowering the risk. So it's not just like I'm putting in money and I'm holding it in whatever project for I don't know what amount of time, year, 2, 5. No, it is a cycle. Everything is cyclical. So you want to benefit from that wave, from that cycle, and then put it in a safe place in Bitcoin. That's all I'm saying.
I see your strategy, and it makes a lot of sense. I understand it's very sound. I'm just thinking that it's, is there more benefit to figuring out how to build an infrastructure by getting even more individuals involved and curating alongside the Bitcoin community, or like that is kind of from my perspective how I'm looking at it, because then it's not just about investing into the Bitcoin, it's actually also investing into the people that are building the infrastructure. Does that make sense?
That makes sense for sure. And well, how to build or let's say convert people into Bitcoin. I think the main thing is to realize that you have a choice of freedom, and Bitcoin gives you that freedom. And before Bitcoin, we did not have a choice, and Bitcoin is there. I don't think it's gonna replace the system. it's gonna be along with the system. It's gonna
Parallel.
be with the current system in parallel. Yes, and but that the groundbreaking thing was that you know, Joe Schmo, you and I and everybody else, we have an option to be free. We just have to take it.
Right.
But this is where the beauty of freedom and like that's what, for example, Joe Dispenza is not talking about, you know, manifestation of freedom and love and all of that. But all that things comes with a responsibility, you know, great power comes with great responsibility. And that responsibility that comes with discovering like Bitcoin, I mean, it's big responsibility that I cannot carry on my own, you know? Like, and I wouldn't want to, and that's just, it's just a cool game. It's just a cool, like, and is it gonna change the system, or is it gonna, you know, support the system, or like back the system by Bitcoin fundamentally? It doesn't matter. Like for me, it became about the journey. Like I want to build, you know, like with the people who went into rabbit hole in Bitcoin, and I know that integrity game, like it just resonates with me, you know, like so much more. Yeah.
You guys are amazing. I'm so grateful to have met you, Darius and Colby. You guys are gentlemen, super gentlemen. I look forward to doing this even more. Maybe we can. I hope you guys come. You know, every other day, or if you feel we do this every morning. But you know, the Genius Wednesdays were from Joe Dispenza are on Wednesdays. But yeah, guys, this was like really informative. It was nice to hear different perspectives, what everybody else is doing, and integrating in a really more meaningful way, man. Let's keep this going. And Darius, is there anything that you need, brother? Like, is there anything that we can do to support you?
Just keep up with the good work.
Amazing, brother. Grateful for you.
The initiative is awesome, and definitely I think it would make sense to create a group where we, you know, on a daily basis or whenever it comes into your head, share ideas and thoughts, and maybe, you know, potential opportunities or whatever, you know, deals or something, so that we can we can have that instant communication, and we can grow that community where we support each other.
Why don't we should do that on Telegram? What do you think?
Telegram, WhatsApp, whichever.
Cool. Yeah, let's set it up. I'll set it up. I'll get your number from Sagitas, and we'll put it all together. And Colby, it'd be nice to invite you, and then we can start building this like growth community in the in Telegram, and keep it growing. What do you think, Sagitas?
Like well, like I'm thinking maybe, you know, yeah, because I was a bit resisting to, because I have so many groups already.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if we create one group where everybody starts going into, then that will be kind of the.
Oh, it's easy. Then we can share the link, you know, easier. we can, because sounds like
cool, fellas.
Colby.
It was amazing, generous. Colby.
Yeah, let me see here.
Absolute pleasure.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about you guys just shutting down.
Yes.
Eric,
Okay.
you have a call or something?
I have another call right now.
911 I just had to deal with. So, I'm excited to be involved in this. So thanks for the invite, and I'll start kind of doing some of my own brainstorming and listen to you guys as we move forward with these meetings.
Cool.
Yeah, much love.
Cool stuff.
So cool to reconnect with you. Thanks for joining. Super empowering.
I got somebody
to share real quick that is super empowering, you know, like then someone joins for me, so it's like it feels like it's we onto something. Let's go.
For sure. Yeah, no, it definitely is giving me ideas and a feeling of synergy and empowerment myself, just being involved in this. So I'm excited to see where this goes and be involved and actually contribute too, being from another part of the world. So
we love you, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We can talk energy another call, you know, about like what the Bitcoin does in energy mining and why and so on. It's really interesting, man. Like, it's
Dude,
so fucking cool.
I'll leave it you guys with this, but
Yeah.
you know, when I first met you, Eric, I don't know, you weren't there, but I met these guys down at a Dispenza retreat in 2022 February,
There we
and
go.
my whole life was pretty, I mean, stressed. And then Darius knows, and Sigitas, you probably met her. I met this girl there, got involved, and that was a year process. And then it stressed me out even more. So last year I was kind of coming to, and where I'm going with all of this is the evolution of putting the work in and doing the right thing. Slowly your life starts to get better. And where I'm going with this is I started praying in the morning. You know, I've never been a Bible thumper, God, Allah, whatever, but I do believe in frequency, energy, and vibration in source. Like I believe in it. And I've been praying for the last 6 months in the morning, and just, it's wild that through that self-reflection every day and through connecting with that source, through the Nikola Tesla theory, that there is information and abundance all around us. And if you can become one with it and it with you and connect, crazy things happen. And I think me just being invited to this is part of that. And I'm seeing it a lot. So I love you guys.
Speaking our language, bro.
Can I-
You're speaking
can
our
I just-
language.
Well said. Well
All
said.
right.
I
I'm honing in, brother.
bro, like, so cool, so cool. I prayed also yesterday for a kind of first time. I was so genuinely grateful. Like, I couldn't contain myself. I was like, thank you, thank you.
It's
Yeah.
real, man. It's real.
It's
Much
so
love.
real.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so real, and we're here to bring it all to life, so more people can come and be part of this great, beautiful, noble mission.
Yeah.
We're all part of it together, guys. So I
For
appreciate each and every one of
Absolutely.
you. You guys are genuine brothers, and I'm excited to continue growing all together.
Yeah. Anybody that
Thank
wants
you.
to reach out and just have a one-on-one or another group, whatever, just reach out to me anytime. And I look forward to the next meeting. Is it once a month or once a week?
We do it.
Once
We
a
do it
week.
every week, but we also do it every day in different groups. So if you want to come to any of our different, like any day, you're always welcome, bro.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Monday
Yeah.
is
As I stable.
Monday,
ahead.
Monday, Tuesday, so Tony Robbins. Wednesday, Geniuses. Thursday, Burning Man Community. Friday, we have youth leadership coming in, like a younger generation joining these calls. So
Okay.
also Wisdom are welcome. Eric is building a youth festival together with them, so we collaborating on many levels. Saturday and Sunday it's a bromance day, or whatever. Still some new things coming in. There is
Saturday
AI
we have
people.
ventures. So we have ventures, all the different ventures around the world. So different VCs and
What
angel
day is that?
investors.
Saturday.
It's on Saturdays.
Okay. Yeah. Because again, I like the other gentleman. I don't know if he's still on, that's working on the Etsy. What was his name? It was it sounded like Darius, but he's working with the billionaire guy. What was his
That's
name?
Fares. That's Fares. You can he put his phone number in the chat if you want to reach out to him.
Okay. Where I'm going with that is I liked his concept of connecting. And obviously that's what we're doing here, but even more than that. But that's what I've done my whole life, is I've kind of connected different people on a smaller scale. But with the Saturday venture thing, I've got a buddy of mine that I've spent a lot of time with, and he's researching a lot of esoterics in terms of he wants to find, like, he wants to know as much as possible. And he's retired special ops for the U.S. military. And he's very extreme in his research. But where I'm going with this is he probably has a lot of insight internationally, globally, on how a lot of governments work and where he thinks things are going. I think you guys would probably enjoy talking to him.
Yeah,
But
be
he's just,
amazing. Bring him on. Bring him on. Invite him. And Colby, I'll get your number from Sagitas, and I can introduce you personally to Fares, so you guys can kind of hit it off and connect. I got to run, fellas. I'm sorry, but I have another meeting right now, so I'm just gonna leave you and love you. Darius, it was amazing to chat. Colby, it was amazing to meet. Sigitas, your brother, I love you so much.
Likewise,
Enjoy,
man.
brother. The next
Pleasure.
call. Love you. And maybe I don't know. I still can stay for a few minutes if somebody is up.
Same
I
here.
don't know if we can.
Yeah, we can.
I can.
We can.
All right, let's stay. Okay, can you stop recording then, Eric? I guess.
It will stop right now.
Thank you. Here we go. Yeah, so cool. So cool to see you guys. Like, here we are. 2022 tribe.
Here we are in different parts of the world, but still together.
Wild, dude. Oh man, what a breath of fresh air it is to see you guys. Holy guacamole.
Indeed. Darius grabbed the cigarette. Fuck, I want to have a cigarette now as well.
I told myself 2 days ago I was gonna quit smoking. So I got myself, I gotta fucking roll one every time I want one.
Make it a bit more complicated. I like it.
Yeah, it just takes a little longer. I don't smoke as many.
Yeah.
But no, dude,
Cool.
but real quick, this guy I was talking about, he was one of like the Benghazi motherfuckers, right? So he was.
It's still recording though. Wait, I'm gonna stop recording.
Yeah, I'd rather stop
because I don't need the this recording.
Yeah,
pause.
let's not record this.
Yeah, recording.
Are you publishing these recordings somewhere or no, or just for yourself?
No. So we were live streaming on YouTube, and Eric,
No
I don't
way.
know if you put. Not
I
not
get
now.
paranoid. I get paranoid talking about my fucking buddy.
This is the magic. Like, this is something that we unlocking by building publicly and going full on transparency. You know, because we with nothing to hide. This fucking integrity game we play. So you know, like we are like, and the momentum is just exponential. Like what we build with Eric in 2 months, and what came through and what starts spinning around the world is just nuts. Eric started pulling off free power stations in Alberta to mine Bitcoin for 3 times $83 million. Another is coming in, you know, like, so we it's just like for me, Sri Lanka got activated, like so much stuff, like just the network. It seems like there is a big magic in doing it just publicly, not giving a fuck anymore about somebody listening, somebody not listening. Like fucking we spread sound. That's why, you know, focusing on Bitcoin and just like doing it, because nobody can stop us, nobody can control us. Like, we are permissionless society. We are fucking permissionless, and freedom is a fucking given with a responsibility. So I'm not taking that for granted, you know. As I said in the beginning, I'm going all in, and I'm not focusing anymore on making money because the community starts funding me.
Yeah.
So I can fund my community, my network of artists, of Burning Man people, you know. Darius, you met. I have Martina here, you know, like I'm figuring it out how to actually, you know, fucking move the world towards move the pendulum, for God's sake. And all this knowledge from Dr. Joe, we got all that energy. Just everything is fucking the same.
And the world's moving as crazy and chaotic as it is. I think it's moving in the right direction in terms of there's better good guys out there than the opposite. Giving us more freedom.
There's constant battle between good and bad, you know. But it to me it seems the more people I meet, the more people I talk to. Well, especially here, of course, I mean, Ubud, but in general in Europe, everywhere, there's way more people, awake people, and who are genuine and who are actually trying, you know, to make the world a better place and for a good cause. So that's definitely an awesome thing to experience.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, and I'm trying to figure it out, the ways how to do so. For example, one way, I'm living here. I came here for New Year's burn, and it's a beautiful nature. I'm living in the mountains, and you know, just people open doors. It's like, welcome home. It's yours, you know. Like you live as much as you want, you know, and then stay, do whatever you want. And And now we're building we have every year a pink fest here. So I pitched the rocket, and the rocket is happening. So we're gonna build a pink rocket here on the top of the hill. And I'm also started pulling into this festival, and it's a family festival, it's like mouth to mouth. Like there's no tickets, nothing. It's just like a private event. It's like this secluded area in the mountains, and like I'm thinking how to infiltrate Bitcoin because they have no knowledge about Bitcoin, the owners of the land. So what I'm planning to do, I'm gonna create the wallet, Bitcoin wallet, and I'm gonna invite Bitcoiners to throw whatever they want. Again, it's value for value, like people will already asking, hey, how can I support you? How can I support your project? And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw that money, and I'm gonna gift them the whole fund for the owners of the land, so they can create circus camps. They can, because they are circus people, so they can pull in children here, so like sharing that abundance is already here. There is no fucking shortage of money in the world. There is no shortage of wealth in the world. Like, what is the shortages of, like what Darius was saying, like people genuinely fucking figuring out how to make the world a better place without like attachment to the material, which is money, which is like even Bitcoin, it doesn't exist. It's a fucking mindfuck. It's only in our minds.
Mm-hmm.
It's energy.
Once we can mentally basically get out of the construct, the paradigm of what controls all of us, which is to spend money, meaning we need to make it. Mentally, that's the first step. And then the second one is financially, to be able to break out where we're financially independent. And that's where the true freedom comes into play, where we can not only, grow our own portfolios, but truly help people and change the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like focusing on giving, like what I'm learning, the more I give, the more I get. And that's fucking like, and that's the responsibility that I'm not negotiating to take it for granted. Because like the universe gives me this power, which is energy, to use it wisely.
Yeah.
Like, so I love it, and I've been preparing all my life for this. I've been practicing trust in Sri Lanka for years. I've been practicing generosity for 4 or 5 years. I was gifting projects and gifting money and like playing with people, like, bro, like Joe, like he's also the mystic that just keeps on he's exploring, the generosity. He's like actually doing that in a fiat system, which is much, much more difficult because of inflation. Where in Bitcoin, it's just abundance.
Yeah.
That's how is Joe, by the way? I've been texting him. He's not very responsive lately. I don't know.
I need to get a hold of him. I touch base with him at least probably once a month, every other month for the last year or so. And he was stressed to flip out here a few months ago. And again, he loves women. And that's one of his escapes of reality, is just chasing girls all the time. And he distracts himself. And then again, this good versus evil thing is real, and it's binary. It's very simple. And then you choose good over evil, and the smallest things, even if it's holding the door open, like Sigitas said, it comes back to you, dude. It doesn't have to be financial. It can be anything. Yeah. And I know Joe, he's still battling a little bit in terms of he's a brilliant mind. He's a genius in a sense on how his mind works.
Yeah.
And those true geniuses, my buddy I'm getting into business with, we all have our own touch of it. But he's got, he gets into things so deep that it's hard to, he narrow focuses. He's on the micro rather than the macro. And we have to be on the macro to, again, through some of my recent self-help experiments, this disassociation from everything, so you can just see it as it is. But I'll tell you guys this. I did a job for a guy 5 years ago. His name is Burkhard Zellner. He was from Eastern Bloc, Germany. The guy's probably 76 or 7 or whatever now. He looks like Albert Einstein and talks like him. Well, he was in an area where I live. I put a roof on his house. Most paranoid guy ever met. And First time I met the guy, which happens with me a lot with people because I get into deep conversation in terms of metaphysics and energy frequency, shit like that. First time I met him, we stood in his driveway for 2 hours. And after an hour, he's like, Colby, I don't know why I'm telling you all this, but you just seem to be interested. Okay. This gentleman was the founding inventor of night vision. Okay, looks like Albert Einstein, talks like him. He was telling me how the frequency and the concrete we're standing on is the same atoms that are in our bodies. They're just vibrating at a faster speed. And he said, Colby, I truly, honestly believe that I derived the information to create night vision to see on a different plane through the Nikola Tesla theory that there is information all around us. And i.e., from what I believe, the pineal gland in our antenna, our body, we can tap into that. Some people can do it naturally and some people have to really work at it. Yeah. But that's his true belief. Somebody that invented night vision. Yeah. I mean, he's a fucking genius.
Like I met that, like, this is also like, you know, like there's some, like, what's also beauty about Bitcoin community. Darius, have you been to any Bitcoin gatherings?
I've been to Bitcoin Miami conference.
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed, but like the level of intelligence that gathers is just fucking through the roof. Like what you're talking, like Nikola Tesla, like Einstein, kind of like, you know, like I think the illusion is to think that gods, goddesses, geniuses lived only in the past. It's not true. Like we like everything is happening right now.
Dude, and everybody has it. But humans by nature we use 8% of our brains. They say the geniuses use 12%. There is so much potential in everybody that you can unlock. And you just have to download the information or tap into it, man. And surround yourself by the right people is key.
And I guess, you know, like finding the point of attention that unlocks, you know, even more, like the curiosity, you know, like that's why I was asking that, you know, do you actually love doing that? Because I have another friend from Lithuania's Laisvės. He loves investing. He loves reading charts. That's his thing, you know, go, bro, like do it. You know, I would never even try to talk him out from that. Like, come on, like I'm investing in him. The thing is that he's always going back, you know. It's like, bro, okay, one day you're gonna come, you know, like I know. But yeah, we all fucking awesome in the end, and collective and building like this in public is just fucking another level.
This is exciting.
Like literally what the Joe Dispenza is teaching, like literally embodying it now. Full on, like being an abundant, being the mystic, being the fucking alchemist. Like what the fuck? Why not now? Why not, you know, like what the fuck? Like there's nothing to lose.
Yeah, and I love the idea of not manifesting like you're pulling it towards you, but if we become the right frequency, it's almost like we're in a video game. The player, everything's really coming to you. You're just moving.
Fucking nuts, man. What I experienced in Madeira, in Bitcoin Atlantis, like that. The level of synchronicity, like I'm not gonna kid to you. I thought everything is fucking staged. Because the level of flow is just surreal. Like I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like I thought I'm going bonkers. I thought I'm losing my mind. Maybe I did actually, you know. In some way. I hope we did. Because like I'm not operating anymore from mind. Like it doesn't matter, you know. I'm going by heart. Like I'm like fearless. Like what the fuck? It's time. Like we are grown up, like, you know what, Bitcoin gives me another thing that is like healthy adulthood. Now I know there is no fucker that can manipulate with my wealth, which is my energy. I don't. So the thing that comes with that, I like I don't have to worry about it. I know it's not going down. You know, it's going fucking the other way, and it will go for fucking ever, because we're not gonna stop printing dollars. So the game we entering is just phenomenal, and it's just so fucking beautiful. Like genuinely, Colby, last night I was crying and praying and you know, like when you start talking about is like, fuck, like, yeah, like that's maybe, you know, what made the miracle that you joined today. And, you know, we've been here.
Yeah. No, I believe that when you talk to the creator or yourself, which we are one and the same, shit materializes, man, in the physical world, in this meat suit we're in, because dude, it's amazing.
Well, that's what we learned in Joe Dispenza, right? And not only learn, but practice.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, as I'm practicing
Exactly.
it, Dadia, as I practice this, I'm working on writing for 15 minutes every day. And as I write this shit, I make more sense of it and reflect. All this stuff that's happening is basically what Dispenza's been teaching, just like Cigatas just said. It's all the same, man.
Yeah.
And it's like Cigatas apparently has actually manifested or into fucking frequency in a sense, and you're in it now. Like you're hacked out of the system, and you truly can move mountains in a sense, dude. It's pretty cool,
man. Like this is the interesting thing that when I came to Madeira, you know, I was like still like in some kind of performance mode. Like I'm like what I should do, and then the people were like, no, like you just be you and like do whatever you love doing, you know. And I was like, what the fuck? So what I love doing? Okay, building rockets. That's what I do, you know, like. And everybody started enjoying. And now, as I say, like this is the fucking crazy thing. Like people like throwing money, you know, like you building rockets. Cool. How can I support you?
dude? If you tell yourself you're going to build rockets, you're going to fucking build rockets, because I have for the last 6 months told myself I already have wealth. I'm already hacked out of the system on the financial aspect. I'm already there and shit's happening. Like somebody called me a month ago. I don't even have my real estate license inked. Somebody calls me because, and this is a great example. I've been helping an older guy. The guy's, you know, worth, you know, 20 million. I've been these rich people, they just want to nickel and dime you. I've just done it to help him, knowing that it'll pay off potentially in the future. So it came out of truly helping somebody in a sense, like 90% of it. This guy calls me and asks me if I can help his friend sell a $12 million hotel. That'd be like a $200,000 to $400,000 commission. And I'm currently just starting to fucking make phone calls because my partner could cut it. His guys can cut a check. But where I'm going with this is shit comes to you, dude. And it's,
exactly.
I mean, yeah, I need to tell myself I'm going to start building rocket ships too.
Fuck, man, yeah, do it.
Because dude, I used to have dreams. Yeah.
So like what's the one of the principles is value for value that we practicing in Bitcoin community, like it's official kind of, you know, thing, like value for value. So like for me, and proof of work, what is the proof of work? You know, it sounds like it's mining, but there is, since Bitcoin is nature, so it mimics our nature as well, so we can like figure it out, connect those bridges within ourselves. And what is the proof of work for me? Because I'm not a miner, you know, like I have no interest, so I have to have another proof of work where I see like these kind of calls. That's my proof of work, and that became effortless. You know, like have you done a free diving?
I have not. Well, I've done a little bit.
I have not, yeah.
So after
small.
So the first 6 meters, there is the pressure that it takes energy to get through, but after 6 or 8 meters, there is a free fall. And I feel like that's the state, you know. So I was like investing that energy, like figuring it out, my proof of work, you know, how to add value to everyone I meet. Like as I said, like I'm not kidding. I was crafting, you know, rockets. I'm crafting all kind of stuff, and I'm just gifting to everyone. So the like value for value. What is the value back? I never ask. I'm building and doing unconditionally, because it's not about me anymore. Like, and the universe finds its way, the way Joe Dispenza teaches. Universe will find a way how to fucking take care of you, and it will find the least expected ways, you know. It will make it the most fun, and everything just starts becoming like, yeah.
I was talking to a guy from Ghana. Ended up having an hour-and-a-half conversation about life and shit, just at a bar in rural Iowa. He had just had a son, and he's telling me he sends 30% of his wages back to Ghana, tries to get new technologies to send back to them so that they can implement them. And he said, Colby, it's not on me if they use it to buy beer or whatever. I send it to Ghana, hopefully with them making the good decision to do good for the community. But after I give them that money, I have no control over what they use it for. But you have to have that intention. Or to and really giving people information is worth more than money anyway. Information.
So education, when I hear you, like that's what's the beauty with Bitcoin community. We build power stations as well in remote areas. This is the fucking mindfuck thing that people still don't get it. That we finally can resource energy from anywhere in the world. So we buying energy from that would be wasted. There is so much of wasted energy. So finally with Bitcoin we can capture gas, cold, heat, there is technologies coming in, and we're bringing an energy to remote areas because we don't have to be, which is also becomes another crucial and foundational mission to distribute the network of energy. Because it's very centralized. The government controls the majority of it. And that's not okay. It goes through fucking one push of the button, the energy. Let's say there is no decentralization. It happened that where was it, in Canada? Where just energy was cut off. And during the winter. So we
Germany,
also serving from that perspective. Maybe I watched some documentary, don't remember, but what we do, we also distribute the collection of energy, and then we pay on top of that. So we built an energy sources for people, and then we pay Bitcoin for them.
You can mine them.
It's fucking wild. It's win-win adding, it's just so boom, 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 boom. That's why there is no that doubt anymore, because it's just there's full, and I guess that unlocks another 3% of the brain capacity. There's no fear. There's no me anymore. I don't have to over fucking think. It's if it's not flowing, not flowing. I don't push anymore. Like in Sri Lanka, I had my first project. I was pushing as a motherfucker. And now, as soon as I let go that, one of the new partners, he still lives in Sri Lanka, and he's been working 2 years to find the land, the investors, and so he could work with me. Now I'm pulled in the project the other way around. They want me just to be as a counselor, as a part of the visionary, and it's just the flip has flipped. So it's a free fall. Now I'm falling, guys. I'm going. I'm going for it.
No, that's awesome. It could be. I think it's so important to make sure you read people properly, because this gentleman I talk about, he has so much knowledge. However, people through their conditioning and life experiences, they can try to manipulate and use things to their own advantage, even if they think or they tell people that they're doing it for the better. So it's I want to be very careful who I would ever introduce anybody to, because I don't want anybody to be taken advantage of, and I want to make sure it has that pure 100% spirit that you're talking about. So I don't even know if I'll bring this guy into the fold right now. And I'm just talking out loud here, but his wife is currently working started a venture company. She's working with farmers around the world, and they're trying to integrate this new they're basically collecting this data. They're getting real-time data from farmers around the world. She worked for Pioneer, which is like Monsanto a type company, and John Deere, and they're trying to integrate these new technologies with the new Apple. Long story short, they're doing shit international, and my buddy has a lot of experience with foreign governments because he was a diplomat. So I just want to let you guys know who he is, but I don't want to bring him in the fold right now. But if you ever thought, Sigitas, you're dealing with other governments and how to understand them better. This person could add value there. And his wife basically is trying to connect with a lot of farmers around the world. And I thought about calling you, Sigitas, in Sweden, and you, Darius, in Lithuania, to link her up with people. But for now, I think I'm just going to try to stay focused and not get too much all over the place. But at least you know who that contact is that could add value in those areas. And then I'm not going to talk about him.
Can you say it again? Like what is the value? Like the connection with the.
Okay, so this gentleman, and I know I'm kind of going on a tangent, but I just want to get it out. So this gentleman is somebody that was in the military for 10 years, counterterrorism. And I don't even like talking about this, so I'm only going to talk about it once. And he basically was a diplomat, traveled from country to country and interrogated terrorists. And he understands the diplomatic world of each different region. So he understands that Eastern Europe, there's a lot of human trafficking, and that's something that he still practices in and trying to find bad guys and shit. He was in the Middle East, but he has a concept of how the world really works and how the International Monetary Fund can put ideologies into different corporations in Federal Reserve and how everything's connected. But I guess where I'm going with this is he can add value, Sigitas, in terms of understanding the inner workings, whether it's the good side or the bad side of governments and in regions. And then his wife is in the agricultural industry, and she's recently started a company where she's trying to innovate new ideas in terms of data collection to either create new products or whatever. But it's all for profit, and that's what shies me away. And I'll say this once, I just realized this guy's helped me, in a sense, get a better view of the world, mind hack me out of, everything's about consumerism and we're all controlled, mind control in a sense. So he has a very, he has a very high degree of brainwashing, manipulation. He put me into a hypnosis the last time I was there, and he didn't fucking tell me. And that's something that kind of I'm shying away from it, but he's very knowledgeable. So anyway, I'm not going to talk about him again, but if you guys ever thought that you'd want to talk to him or whatever, if I bring him in the fold, now you know who he is.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Good to know.
Yeah. Other than that.
Yeah, it would be,
Dude,
like,
I don't get to talk to a lot of people about shit, so this is good.
I would love if there is, from this kind of guy, what you mentioned, this is some kind of genius that has super fucking intellectual knowledge about how the world works.
You just have to make sure you understand where he's going with stuff to protect yourself.
100%. And I love listening for hours. I can listen until somebody will explain, like a small thing, but I feel like I have a gift to talk to these kind of people. Like, genuinely, I know I have a gift, like when I go to a meet, it's a geek in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love geeks. I am a fucking nerd. In some ways, I fucking nerd. When I'm nerding, when I'm nerding now in Bitcoin, I'm nerding it fucking all the way.
He wants to learn about crypto. That's one thing he asked me to get in touch, and I told him I had a friend, and I was thinking of Darius, and because he understands how much dark money there is in crypto and Bitcoin, he wanted to kind of stay away from it from a spiritual aspect. I love the guy. He's somebody that if you listen to, you can learn things from. I just don't like, he comes from a world where almost like spies, he has to have control over what's going on because that's his programming. And it can be scary in a sense if you're not aware of what's going on. And that's been part of my programming that I've been hacking out of. But I know you guys could probably, you would enjoy talking to him. And I think he would probably be an value added component to your so-called rocket ship or this idea, because he has taught me about morality in a sense, and he is against the dark forces, like the worst of the worst, like human traffickers and shit like that.
Mhm.
So in terms of doing good for people, if you ever start dealing with people wanting to help rid the world of this evil, he's somebody that's definitely going to be an inside
Oh
crack.
man, I would love to connect with him, like, and have a
But you'll
like
and again, if
like
you're not worried about getting put on lists, I'm sure just having one conversation, I'm already, well, fuck, if you're connected to me, you're probably already tagged, but you know,
yeah, but I
it's
don't
fair.
give a. This is the thing. This is the thing. Like, I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, what, they gonna
Good.
kill me? Like whatever.
Correct.
Like I'm
No,
gonna
no.
come back. You know, it's fucking energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
For sure. No, he's the one. If one of us got kidnapped around the world, fucking, if we had a couple million, he'd put together a team and have somebody come get us. That's what I told him if I was ever overseas.
So this is so cool to be aware about this kind of, possibilities, because I think we playing a game. It's the turbulence we're gonna hit sooner or later in governments. And what we actually doing here, we're knocking the central bank out. Like, the central bank's gonna go away. That's
Fucking
that's
A.
the so we separating government, state, money and state. Literally, that's what we do.
Yeah.
Like, we taking away from them power, and we fucking distributing the power as much as be possible. Like doing,
Because
like, in it has to be distributed. If it's a fucking, if we all own, we all share.
that's the concept that yeah, the
Yeah.
dream. Yeah. The
Yeah,
Nasara
like,
Jasara, and that gets into the XRP. So this guy's belief in the veteran community, okay? A lot of these guys in America right now, we're divided 50-50. And you've got ideologies and this whole transgender movement, a lot of stuff the music industry and all this shit out there, which is psyoping people, but there's a concept of good versus evil. And the good truly is everybody should be able to do what they want and respect and love each other, rather than censoring and telling people what they have to do. And this whole concept of Trump in this country, let alone influence in the world, it's either a big psyop or there truly is something that's been in the works for a long time to rid the world of a lot of these evil people. And you can get as deep as you want, but I truly believe.
So, we're not gonna get rid of evil if there is such thing. Like, I haven't.
It has to exist. Yeah.
The same with the Burning Man. Like, that's what we do. Like, that's why I honor the Burning Man community, because we practicing both. We're practicing creation and destruction. So we taking care. When we burn our sculptures, we fucking serving the world, literally. Because we put so much energy, so much, intention, so much prayers, like the level of, like, we doing it for fucking others, which is like mind blowing. What we do, we take care of destruction. Otherwise, it manifests for fucking wars.
Yeah,
it has to be. It's duality.
Yeah.
It's like one does not exist without another. And we, like, the sooner we're gonna all realize that as a humanity, we're gonna start taking care of that part in other ways, then, like, I think it's gonna be much more beautiful harmony in all life.
And there is, I mean, it's the esoteric in terms of its hidden knowledge. I mean, it is spiritual, and you put intention into something, you can release it out into the world. Or whatever terminology.
That's what's called occultism. Occultism is actually not devil worshipping. It is a hidden knowledge, a secret knowledge. Occult.
Yeah. And it's how you use it. Like Burkhardt, the guy that invented night vision, he said, Colby, I truly believe there's information that people can tap into, and whether they are good or evil, whether they're good or bad in their heart, is what they're going to use it for. So it depends on the individual, on where you distribute it or how you intend.
God gave you a choice.
Mm-hmm. God put us. I remember hearing this, and it stuck with me. Go ahead, Sigitas.
And another thing, what I see in Bitcoin, when I was giving you the man example walking on the street, the way I figuring it out, that it's the same nature, just like healthy parts are highlighted, incentivized, and unhealthy parts, which could be called as evil, they are decentralized. So there is like, for government to try and come after me to take my Bitcoin is just too expensive. It's never gonna pay off, you know, because I'm gonna die with my Bitcoin. It's in my head. They don't understand that. They don't get that. And as soon as government will understands that, they're still gonna stop investing in something like that. Control, you know, like it's like you cannot control.
What's your guys' take? Because my buddy, the same, I'll just call him my buddy. It's his in the veteran community. They all and all this shit's on X and whatever you dig into. But there's a theory that if the Federal Reserve can be removed, or the International Monetary Fund, we stop printing money and we have a gold-backed treasury note. So the U.S. dollars backed by the Federal Reserve, by the International Monetary Fund, if those two are taken away, and now America is backed by gold, they create a new treasury note. Well, what happens with all of the crypto? His thought is they have to pick a cryptocurrency that will be tied to the gold-backed treasury note, new treasury note. And if Bitcoin's worth 70,000, XRP or Ethereum, whatever, all these other ones are at $30, which one do they pick? Well, the theory is they pick one, and there's a potential it could be XRP. Well, they have to elevate the value of basically take the money that people have and put it in terms of this XRP, which would be gold backed with the treasury notes. But then the downside is this Bitcoin would have to, everything would have to be leveled. So people that don't have,
so listen, like this, the question that comes, like, the treasury bond, right? The XRP,
yeah.
It's based on trust. You cannot fucking verify. You cannot take the dollar. Bitcoin, there's no need trust. You don't need to trust the government. You don't need to trust any authority. You can verify. You can run the node. You can mine Bitcoin. So you become the Swiss banker on your own.
Yeah.
That's the point. You don't need to trust anyone. You just verify. That's the beauty of it. The government, everything what comes through government is built on trust. You trust on other people. Where Bitcoin is a technology and it's closed, it's closed loop. That's why it's safe, and it's protected by thousands and thousands of machines working around the world, distributed miners and nodes. Like, it's just like, you can be a part of that. I can be a part of that. It's not my game, as I say. I don't need that because I have people who loves doing that. You know?
Yeah. Well, let's not forget that governments will not go away anywhere, and I don't think that central banks will go away. What Kobe is saying, that there will be a crypto that will be used by central banks or by banks, not necessarily central banks, that will be tied to a gold. I've heard this. I've heard this as well. There's a lot of talks about it in certain communities. So will it be XRP? We don't know. Will it be something else?
Darius, how are you gonna verify the gold contract you? Because you're not gonna get anyways. You're not gonna carry your gold with you. So you're going to have to store it. You're going to have to trust that the gold is there. You're going to have to trust that the contract is not going to be broken. You're going to have to trust someone.
I'm not trying to push XRP or anything.
No. But I'm just saying about trust. But my fundamental backing to this,
you guys, not to interrupt, but you guys are going to love talking to my buddy. So yeah, you guys should really be able to dive into this shit and put different views into connect some nodes, as he says. Triangulate.
Yeah. We are nodes. That's what we do here. Is the fucking
We're real,
node.
man.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be a fly on the wall when I get us together. So I think it'll be good to probably have a private group so we can have some deep conversation and this stuff before I get them in a community.
So this is what we do here, right? We in Bitcoin system, it's called node. That's what node does. Like, it shoots listen, it shoots the energy for one side, and it oh no, not the node, the miners, like, and the nodes, right? And they verify. This is where we are right now in technology kind of perspective. We don't know what's gonna come out of this call. It's a full-on guessing. It's a full-on life doing its thing. You know,
we're connecting nodes to make, because what I've learned in the whole in this
node is individual.
So somebody that's in intelligence community, okay, and they have to communicate. They can't be giving direct information. You have to be able to take information on nodes in a sense,
compartmentalize information.
Yep, and study it yourself and triangulate what has the highest probability of truth. And that's what I've learned from this gentleman. And that relates to everything in life in a sense. Everything is a node.
Yeah.
Everything's are data points.
Well, in terms of Sigitas, in terms of mining, I mean, look, BlackRock already owns a lot of mining companies, and they are buying up majority of mining companies. Vast majority of mining rewards, that Bitcoin that is being mined, is sent basically to one wallet into Coinbase. I will share actually the tweet from one guy who analyzed it in the chat. Hold on. So just take a look. So they are trying to take control of it. Yeah, they're trying to take control of it for sure, and it's not surprising. It's not
mining, right?
Of mining, yes.
Mining and nodes is very different reality. Mining does the mining that is gonna end in 2140. That's gonna be the last Bitcoin Satoshi minted.
Yes, but who's gonna approve the transactions? Say miners.
Nodes, no. Miners don't prove transactions. Nodes do, which the core, the Bitcoin core node. What it is, it's you download 2.5 gigabyte data. You put it on your computer, and you become the node for Bitcoin. So they can take the fucking all miners. What we're gonna get in the best case, we're gonna get 1.6 million Bitcoin. That's left to mine. But we're not gonna. They have no power to shut off the network by disconnecting the miners. The only thing
not disconnecting. They will have power to do 51% attack.
How?
By controlling all the miners.
But how do you can affect the network for miners? Miners is there to mine. They don't protect network. What secures the network is nodes. That is like you, I, and everybody can own. So that's why its verification is so important. We can verify each other's transactions so let's say you make a transaction. I wait 10 minutes, and I know that is transaction secured and it's been done. I can run it through my node. I don't need internet.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the level of this rabbit hole of Bitcoin is just like, and I am still scratching the surface. I did it for 3 years, only Bitcoin full time, studying thousands and thousands of hours of information, and still there is it's just universe becomes just like deeper and deeper and deeper. You know, I meet miners. I learned another like it shuts the whole fucking reality. That's why there is so many communities around the world that is like, sorry, not communities but nodes like this, where so we are still, you know, like we're building relationships. We don't care about like who we talk here, but there is many that Bitcoin only, and there is a reason for that, because it's sound, because people went and again the level of people in when gets that buy becomes Bitcoin only, it just becomes clear. It becomes sound. There is no fucking need anymore for me to think about government, about politics. Like the only need I have, how I educate Lithuania, how I gonna educate my tribe, how I gonna secure my people. So I start buying Bitcoin for my people. I'm buying for the people I met once, and I feel like I need to secure their part. And I tell them, I just bought for you 256,000 satoshis, which is per human, you know, like distribution. And I'm gonna give you after 10 years. Not now, but I'm gonna give you after 10 years. For me now, it costed $120. 10 years, I have no idea. Maybe it's gonna be $200. I don't care anymore. But you know, like education and knowledge is fucking key.
So you're gonna push the movement in a sense. Yeah, you're gonna.
Fuck yeah, man! I'm pushing it all my hands, all my wealth, all my resources. Because there's no mine anymore. This is the fucking thing. It's not mine. I don't have it anyway. It's in my mind.
It is, and it's not tangible. And the innovation is unlimited. Yeah.
So it doesn't, you know, like it doesn't change me from having, like, I don't even have a Bitcoin, to be honest. I have Satoshis.
Which again is foreign to me. But
I don't need to have Bitcoin. I'm gonna create so much more that I'm gonna create so much more in the world by not having a Bitcoin than I would try to work my ass to get one Bitcoin. It's just not for me anymore. But I'm not saying it's not for anymore. You know, I know I'm not having a Bitcoin. I know my family in the future is taken care of. I know my friends are taken care of. On my birthday in October, I started fund that I invited people to throw in whatever, 5 euros, 10 euros, 100 euros. I collected fund. Now I have a fund which is I call it 33B, and is my play fund. So I'm gonna use maximum 10% of that fund every year. I take out and I support people in any way I feel, or like there is a need right now, you know, like if there is a need to build the rocket, I'm going to invest to build the rocket. If there is a need, somebody on the call calls me that, hey, I'm out of money now, I'm going to fucking give that. And whatever it's going to be, I'm going to use 10% to play for the rest of my life. So it's going to be, it's the gift that is going to keep on gifting forever. And I'm going to program it in the future. But when I'm going to go away, it's going to be a program that's going to continue doing that. Fuck yeah.
Your legacy.
Exactly.
It's the ripple effect, dude. I was thinking the other day on one of my meditations, it's if you throw a rock in the water and that ripple, regardless if you're here or not, it will continue to move in space and time in a sense, even if you're gone. Yeah.
Very nice.
Well,
Good. Sorry. Ripple effect, you were saying.
Yeah, your legacy. And in terms of you can throw a rock in the water, and throughout our lives, we have ups and downs on that ripple. And even when we're gone, even when that rock has sunk to the bottom, on the surface, frequency, energy, and vibration, that water is still has a wave that carries on. And that's where the rubber meets the road, the legacy in a sense. And you're almost putting your conscious awareness on it now and really building synergy for it. It's cool.
Yeah. In Lithuania, in this summer, I'm searching for cinema theater to hire, and I'm ready to pay myself to rent a cinema theater and to stream a movie that's called Dirty Coin. I met this in Madeira. The lady created this movie. It's called Dirty Coin, and she has exactly the same signature as I have. We are fucking mischievous motherfuckers. We coming through the back doors. You know, like I played with my mind enough to understand the mind and understand how to challenge the ego, how to get through it, you know, and how to bring to the table the beauty. So I'm using my manipulation skills to inspire people. I'm using my manipulation skills to bring health. And, you know, like in the end, maybe I'm Darius and Kobe, I'm completely off, but it just feels right. It's just like, I'm not going to question my heart anymore. I've done that in the past.
You've got to talk about it.
And, if if this thing goes, let's say Bitcoin fucks us up, and I pulled in a lot of people, it's on my name. But I know, like, I'm not gonna lose the community because it becomes not about Bitcoin anymore. It's about peer-to-peer, and we fucking build together. We support each other. It's become
for sure.
It's the game is changed. It's like I don't need to play it anymore again, nor I would like to play it again on my own. It just doesn't make sense. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Well, I like where you guys' heads are at. I like where your guys' heads are at. It's going to give me motivation and inspiration to work that much harder to become free financially, so that I can tap into my own genius in a sense, and engage with what you're doing and help people in a sense. So I'm grateful to have you guys in my life today. My birthday's tomorrow, by the way. Colby's turning 41, so this is an early birthday present.
Oh, Colby.
Oh, that's for real, man. Thanks thank you for receiving, man. It was an honor.
Yeah, it's funny. I've been sitting out, dude. I'm an hour away from my house, and again, this company that I've been running for 9-10 years is about to go by the wayside because this commercial real estate is really where I'm going to be able to become financially free and free in life. But I just basically cut out 2 hours of my day and I invested it in this because this is what I feel. I mean, I feel the energy, just in before I even called you guys, I knew this was important to connect with people rather than just turning a quick coin,
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, and I feel like there's so much fun. I feel like I need to rest.
Dude, I will be coming to see. I won't. When I financially am stable, I am going to be. You guys will see me in person wherever you're at. I'll be hopping around.
Hey, in 1.5 months, we're having a Pink Fest here. That's what I mentioned. If you have time.
In Portugal.
Yeah, in Portugal, south of Portugal. So you would fly to Faro, maybe rent a camper or something like that, and 1 hour away in the middle of mountains.
What's the date?
The world is gonna become pink, man. Everything is gonna be pink. It's so beautiful.
What's the date? What's the date around?
May 31st to June 4. And before that, we're gonna start working more on projects like building rockets, dragon finishing, art. Like a burning kind of Burning Man event. But private.
Again with
that's super cool.
Go ahead.
No, just saying that's super cool.
Yeah, I just
Darius,
got my.
You're not gonna believe. You're not gonna. Sorry, Darius, you're not gonna believe the demand of the rockets on the world is just like I never thought there is such a demand. But I have maybe 5 rockets in pipeline to build, like a big ones, like we build in Amberburg. It's like
nice.
Like it's coming. This is fucking weird.
To the moon.
I wanna build it. So as soon as I'm gonna land one project, I'm gonna fully. I'm gonna invite everyone from Amberburn who was building rocket, who is the part of that. Like you and everyone like traveled and build rockets together and have fun. ¿Por qué no?
¿Por qué no? ¿Por qué no?
Okay.
And then do the magic.
I'll just go here. Fine.
Thank you so much. Gentlemen, Colby, hey, happy birthday in advance, and really, fuck yeah, awesome to see you again. Darius, I'm super grateful that you came. I feel supported, and it's so important for me, like I'm really it's just fucking cool. Let's go.
yeah, for sure, man. It's a pleasure seeing you both, and happy birthday, Kobe. And let's get. By the way, Kobe, how did that end up with
Ivana?
Ivanka?
Oh my God, it's a long story, but dude, so guys, you talk about just jumping into life. I'll try not to give the long story, but just a little bit of context. I was in a dire state, or just I've always been fighting myself, hurt myself. Went to Dispenza, met this girl from Slovakia by chance, and she's running from her life and I was running from mine. So us getting together, Darius, kept us from really looking inside. It was a distraction. I basically was at the casino at the blackjack table. I pushed everything in. Dude, she was here for 3 months and it didn't go real well because she's dealing with her shit and I'm distracted with mine. But I told myself, I was like, I'm 40 years old. I'm pushing all the chips in. I'm going to have to make this work or I'm going to lose everything. So I went and bought a fucking $7,000 ring, flew to Slovakia last January, proposed.
I remember that.
Went to the IVF clinic, donated my genetic material, and then by the time I left, I let her keep the ring. And it was like, dude, all of my instincts were telling me something's not right. And all last year it was just back and forth. And I've been learning that, if the person does not, there's right people for everybody. She's not as far along in my own belief that that we would be able to harmonize. And she's working on herself. I'm working on mine, but it's like every day still, dude. It's like, should I even consider this or not? And the one girl that got me to Dispenza, who you guys eventually will meet, Daphne, she keeps telling me, Colby, just do your own thing, walk. She needs to work on herself. But that part of me, Darius, I just want to help. I want to help her. And I want that human connection, but you can't afford it. You can't afford it. So I'm talking to her maybe every couple weeks or something. It's probably unhealthy, but at the same time, I'm just waiting to see if it ever clicks for her. And I know I'm working on myself. So yeah, I'm still talking to her a little bit to answer your question. And I just, who knows? But I learned what narcissism is. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so it's you getting the lessons. I wanna gift you another gift that I started embodying and navigating by, and it became just so easy. It's like, if it's not a fuck yes, it's a fuck no.
It's, oh my God.
Why would you even consider that maybe?
It's got to be a deep insecurity of mine thinking I'm going to help somebody else. It's me running from myself problem. Fuck. Oh my God. If it's not a fuck yes, it's a fuck no. I love you. Yeah. I love you.
It's a good one, yeah.
And get this, guys. My lady just friend from
less is more and simple. It's just like it's
yeah. I don't want to hurt somebody, but again, that's my own insecurity from being able to let somebody deal with their own shit. I got to stop thinking that I got to help everybody or make everybody else feel good. I got to.
Hey, but you know what? Like, fundamentally, like what I boil down to, that I don't even want to make anyone happy, because then I'm taking responsibility from them, opportunity from them to make themselves happy, And fundamentally, what is important is then we make ourselves happy, because it's all about fucking internal gain here. Like the only in the box is fucking this, and then that's what is the thing going on.
For sure. Yeah. But say that one more time. You would be taking advantage of them.
No, so the way I see, and that's another mantra I'm practicing. I don't even want to make anyone happy, because in doing that, I'm taking opportunity from the people to make themselves happy.
Oh, from them getting the self-fulfillment and understanding they can do it on their own without me being a component.
Exactly. You don't want somebody else's happiness to lean on you, on your decision, on your choice. It's like, this is the free choice. That's the free choice.
Happiness, you don't want to give a crouch.
I mean, I can give a nudge, but I cannot make someone happy by default. Because it's the person needs to make himself happy or herself,
Yeah.
And
it'll be hell the rest of my life.
That is the most rewarding thing to realize and to experience, I guess.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Darius,
So, yeah,
I also
fuck yeah.
remember where you guys, when we were at that club, I got to see Sig and his wife. Is it Jill? Is your wife
What did he
Jill
say?
Sigitas? Is your wife
It
Jill?
used to be. We have separated, but Sarah.
Oh, you have
We
Sarah.
have divorced
Sorry.
a few months ago. Sarah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that, but I know that things happen.
I still have the feeling that we're gonna be in the future. So
Yeah.
I haven't even took off the ring yet, you know.
Yeah.
Nor I feel
Yeah.
nor
Well, dude,
I feel doing it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so I remember when you guys were dancing, I got to see you, Sigatosh, just being yourself, and you said, Colby, thank you for saying something, because it takes a long time to go through your own evolution to be comfortable, mind hack, get out of this matrix of what we're supposed to be. And what I'm saying here is I'm thanking you guys, because Darius, I told him I did not use drugs that night. That's been one of my main things. And it's like, I enjoyed life for the first time, realizing that I can do it on my own. And I guess this ties into what you guys were saying, but I just wanted to acknowledge that and say thank you, because I've been experiencing that for the last few months for the first time in my life. And I've been thinking about Darius and thinking about just that experience that one night. So yeah, anyhow.
Super beautiful. Thanks for sharing,
Yeah.
brother.
Thank you for sharing, man. Yeah.
I'm coming to
Fuck
find you
yeah.
guys here sooner than later. It sounds like we're all at a similar point in our lives where we're really learning what's important and being able to see things more clearly. So,
And I think, you know, like I start asking this one fundamental question to myself, which is like, how do I know that I know? I don't, because I remember. And I think, you know, when we connect, when we meet each other, we remember.
Yeah,
That's what Joe Dispenza is. That's what Joe Dispenza is like. Remember.
No, but yeah, because we are energy beings, and energy is around us, and everything is energy. So all the information is out there already. This body, the soul embodied into this body, and we forgot our all previous lives and all the knowledge that we have. But there are ways and practices to bring that back. But yeah, we are basically downloading and remembering stuff. Yeah. Oh.
And we remember what's important, and we remember what's important.
My doggy. Here's the puppy. What's up? I guess you want to go for a walk, gentlemen. I wanna check out, jump off. It was a beautiful ride in the spaceship.
For
in
sure.
This rocket. Pilots.
Darius Sigitas, love you guys. This was the best birthday present I could have ever received. So thank you. And I look forward to talking and seeing you next week, God willing.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Beautiful, guys. Much love. Speak to you soon, guys.
Okay. All right. See you guys.
Ciao, ciao.